$2.5 million. So the fact is that colored diamonds are much, much more expensive, much more rare than any other kind of white diamond. And that's the diamond market that we deal in, the rarest of rare. Now, there's two different types of diamonds that you want to look at. Number one are yellow flawless diamonds. They have to be flawless, though. The fact is that these diamonds go up at least 25% a year, every year. They're very difficult to get. We're the largest dealer of yellow flawless diamonds because that's where I put most of my money, into yellow flawless and argyle pink diamonds. Now, the fact is that these diamonds double every 4 years in price. They go up by about 25% a year until this year. In September, the miners of these diamonds will be raising their prices by 35% to the cutters. Then the cutters ultimately raise the prices to us, and we raise the prices to our clients and to the general public. And the prices are doing nothing but going up. In 1979 and 80, diamonds were so bullish that they were going up every single quarter. They were going up tremendously. Don't forget, they went up 500% in 2 years, meaning that if you bought a $20,000 yellow flawless diamond, in 5 years from now, that diamond could be worth $100,000. If we just get a repeat of what happened in 79 and 80, and there was a lot more diamonds available then than there are now. In fact, try to get a yellow flawless diamond except from us. They're almost impossible to get. They never, ever drop in price. They double every 4 years, but now we're going to start to get into this commodity thing where, again, inflation's coming, and basically you're going to see these diamonds take on a life of their own. If you have money sitting in the stock market, I would be very concerned about that. Paper assets are not where to have your money. The markets are getting very top-heavy. If you have your money sitting in stocks or paper assets, the smartest thing you can do is, number one, to lighten up on that. Number two, take some money out of there and get yourself a diamond. Not only is it a phenomenal investment that you'll do tremendously well with, especially for retirement, but again, it protects you against what's happening with the currency markets. Because next year, the euro may not be here. The United States dollar is in such bad shape. God knows what's going to happen there. So basically, you've got a diamond that is portable, goes right in your pocket or in your wife's finger. It's transferable. It can be sold in any currency. It could be sold for cash at any time. If you had to cross a border, you can cross a border with it. The fact is you cannot do that with cash, gold, stocks, anything like that, but a diamond is portable, transferable wealth. And maybe 5-10 years ago that wasn't so important, but we have countries going bankrupt now. We've got politicians that are making decisions for us that you and I would never, ever make ourselves, and this is the most dangerous economy we have ever seen. If you've been listening to the radio show for a long time and you have not taken our advice and you're sort of kicking yourself for not doing it, where you could have bought silver at $4, $5, $10, $20, $30, or you could have bought gold at $2.50 or $3 or $5, the fact is that there's still money to be made in those markets, still a lot of money to be made in those markets. But if you are looking for something extremely safe, that you can make a lot of money with, and we're heading into a massive bull market with, I would get into the yellow flawless diamond market while you still can. You can get started for around $18,000 to $20,000, and again, these diamonds never ever fall in price, and during times of high inflation, we expect that they could go up 400% to 500%, the same as they did in 1979 and 80. The next diamonds you should be looking at are the ones we talked about at the beginning of the show, the argyle pink diamonds. Argyle mine produces 95% of the world's pinks. That mine is going to close within the next 5 or 6 years maximum. Give it 2 years for these diamonds to run out, and we will see prices probably 8 to 10 times what today's prices are. Means that you buy a diamond for $25,000, $30,000, it could be worth $250,000 in the next 7, 8, 9 years. These are the best investment diamonds that money can buy. These are the most beautiful pink diamonds, and they're all going to be gone by 2016, 2015 in that area. We may only have to stay in that market for 4 or 5 years and give it 2 years for all the diamonds to run out, and then these diamonds will absolutely skyrocket in price. They go up by about 25% a year right now, but again, they're going to start to take on a life of their own. The argyle tender starts to bring a lot of attention to the pink diamond market. These are masterpieces. These are absolute gems from the earth that, again, when you see them in person, it's like nothing you have ever seen before. Again, these are extremely safe. They respond to inflation and supply and demand. And again, you can get involved in the diamond markets for under $20,000, and you can get involved in the pink diamond market, for about $20,000-$25,000 in that area also, but not for long. These prices are going to start to go parabolic, and again, we're heading into the greatest bull market in diamonds I believe we have ever seen, and I've never been more excited. So what I've been doing is buying everything that I can get my hands on that are of high quality, yellow flawlesses and argyle pinks. And again, where very few of our clients are selling any diamonds at this point, because again, we anticipate making all of our money in the next 5 to 7 years. These are not short-term investments. Don't buy a diamond today and look to sell it in a year from now. You're not going to make any real money. Again, as I said at the beginning of the show, we have 5 years to make a fortune in these markets. We've got the markets going our way. We are in the gold and silver market. We have experience trading these markets. And again, I've got more experience trading diamonds than almost anybody does. We've got 5 years to make a fortune of money. I very strongly suggest that you look at the gold and silver market and get some money into diamonds while you still can, while the prices are still reasonable. And these diamonds can go up 400 to 500% when inflation hits, and let's face it, we're staring at inflation right in the eye. I've never been more excited about a market than I am right now. Again, when the gold and silver markets take off and my clients are making fortunes of money, I'm the happiest person on earth, and the same thing is happening with diamonds. We're the only company that brought this to you. Nobody has ever gone on the radio and predicted what we did 10 years ago. There's just no way that anybody would do that because, again, they're so concerned about making the wrong recommendations. I've been doing this for 35 years, and I stand by what I recommend, and I stand by what I sell. And again, I think that our reputation and our recommendations speak for themselves. We have 5 years to make a lot of money. My strongest recommendations: buy physical gold and silver, get some money into diamonds while you still can, and sit back for the next 5 years and make a ton of money. And when all the dust settles, when the U.S. does the right thing and interest rates go up to 20%, we liquidate our assets, we put our money in the bank at 20%, and sit back and say we did a great job.
Speak with Harold about diamonds. Go to his website, rarecoloreddiamonds.com, rarecoloreddiamonds.com. The telephone number to connect with him, 1-800-432-1022, 1-800-432-1022. And as he said many times, he's happy to talk to any of our radio listeners about their financial situation. Also, speak with him about the featured diamond of the week. It's a 2-carat round, brilliant, fancy yellow, internally flawless diamond. It's in the newsletter. It's on the website. Take a look at it and get the diamond section of the newsletter from Harold. You can read about the Argyle Pink Diamond Tender and 55 pink diamonds. Think about it, Harold. Only 55 pink diamonds for the entire world on this tender. It goes to show how rare colored diamonds are, in particular pink diamonds.
Oh, you bet. And you know something, Randy, in all the tenders previous, I participated and I own some of the most amazing Argyle tender diamonds. They're the prizes of my collection. And the fact is that I get so excited when these diamonds come out because these are just diamonds that you just can't believe exist. There's some diamonds coming out this year that are pink hearts that are so valuable and so magnificent, and they all have, their own specific names and everything. And last year, it was Earth's Magic, and I got to tell you, it's one of the most exciting times in the diamond market. And when you see these diamonds, even in print, and we can send them to you, you're just not going to believe what you're seeing. Diamonds, by the way, are 3.5 billion years old. So when you're holding a diamond in your hand, you're holding something that's 3.5 billion years old. They're about 100 miles under the Earth's surface, and they only come up through a volcanic eruption. And again, to get a pink diamond is so rare because they don't even know what makes a diamond pink or red. So when this Argyle mine closes and these magnificent gems are all gone, the prices just go absolutely ballistic. All I want is for my Canadian clients to own these. Most of the yellow flawless diamonds and most of the Argyle pink diamonds that we've sold belong to our Canadian clients, and that's where we want to keep it. We take very good care of our clients. We deliver these diamonds directly to you. You own them outright. Many of our clients are putting them into fine pieces of jewelry and enjoying them until the time comes to sell it. And as most of you know, we're just getting ready to launch our new auction website. Nothing like this has ever been built before. It's the only live auctions website in the world where we actually sell live over the internet, and it's something that I've been looking forward to for 2 years since we started building it. So again, we built this to sell our clients' diamonds and that will be in operation around the end of October. We're going to have some tremendous surprises for you, some outrageous rings and jewelry and emeralds and diamonds and coins and some things that, again, you've only dreamed about seeing and being able to bid on. So, again, the future is very bright for us. We're very excited about what's happening in the markets for our clients. The diamond market is about to explode. You need to get into that market. And again, if you're ever concerned about retirement, and you know that when you put your money into RSPs, the chances of ever making money in that market are slim to next to none. But take, $20,000, put it into a yellow flawless diamond, and in 10 years from now, that diamond's worth $100,000. That gives you at least a game plan, some resemblance of hope to be able to retire one day comfortably without risking all your money in the stock market.
Obviously, we believe that investing in hard assets in the times that we live in, very, very important. But to give you an idea, when they say that there's only 55 pink diamonds for the entire world in this tender, it's like we believe, obviously, investing in gold and silver is a must along with diamonds. But it's like them saying there's only going to be 55 bars of gold and silver sold in the entire world. And if people heard that, they would be stunned. And that's the case with the pink diamond market. RareColorDiamonds.com, RareColorDiamonds.com, the website, telephone number to connect with Harold, 1-800-432-1022. To invest in precious metals, the telephone number 1-866-623-2002, 1-866-623-2002. The website, wwpmc.com. There's only one company that Harold recommends that you use when it comes to investing in precious metals. That is Worldwide Precious Metals. Some of the stories coming out this week, shocking, really, when you hear somebody like Treasury Secretary in the United States, Timothy Geithner, saying many Americans will face hard times for a long time to come. He was on NBC's Meet the Press. He says it's a very tough economy. He says that for a lot of people, it's going to feel very hard, harder than anything they've experienced in their lifetime now, for a long time to come. That is just stunning when you hear that. Also, speaking in Dallas, giving a speech, the Federal Reserve Bank of Dallas President Richard Fisher said the central bank's efforts to boost the economy have reached their limits, and the U.S. faces a fiscal day of reckoning that only lawmakers can resolve. Our great country now finds itself in a very difficult predicament. Congress can no longer carry on as before, oblivious to the spending and the successor generations obviously being affected by the money that's being spent with unfunded abandonment. But here you have a Fed president, Richard Fisher, coming out saying that there's a fiscal day of reckoning. Tim Geithner coming out and saying that things are going to be very difficult for a long period of time. Harold, it's just stunning to hear people say that out in the open, because usually those were things that were said privately and weren't for public consumption, but now they're actually saying them out in the open. And I think it goes to show how serious the situation is, and they've finally come to the realization they can't hide it anymore.
Well, maybe they're finally getting a conscience, Randy, because, again, they certainly didn't see the debacle coming in the mortgage industry and everything, which they all caused. Again, because of greed and stupidity. I mean, how stupid can you possibly be to think that a market does nothing but goes straight up like the real estate market? And when you introduce, those low-priced loans and those interest-only loans, those were a disaster waiting to happen. And again, it was a big thing that J.P. Morgan and all the banks and all these companies that were involved in the mortgage and the banking business made fortunes, because in most cases what they did is they took all the money. They were called liar's loans. They loaned money to anybody, and then what they did is they packaged up these loans and they sold them to investors around the world. And that's what the banks ended up doing. So they knew that this was going to happen, but they never told the general public, because all they're concerned about is their stock price going up, because that's how they get their bonuses. Again, you cannot rely on Wall Street to tell you what's happening. It's a totally different world. And the fact is that if you talk to anybody, the everyday hardworking man and woman on the street, and ask them how things are going, they're struggling. Most people are struggling. They're having a really tough time getting by, and it's only going to get worse, because we're now going to have to deal with massive inflation. I'm not just talking about inflation. I'm talking about massive inflation where the prices of the goods that we use every single day are going to skyrocket. There's no doubt in my mind that we're going to be seeing $200 oil. We've seen $150. $200 oil will cripple the economies around the world, but it's going to